Hi, welcome back. Okay, so in maths today, we're going to learn about using a compass. If you haven't watched yesterday's video, then make sure you go back and watch that video before today's one. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to try to apply our knowledge from the video yesterday about a compass to real life. What we're going to do is we're going to look at Google Maps and look at a map of Edensor Park. And we're going to start with where we are in Edensor Park Public School. So here we are here. Now, the great thing about Google Maps is Google Maps is set up in a way in which it's perfectly set up for which way north, south, east, and west are. So perfectly up would be north, down, south, east is this way, and west is this way. You can see up in the corner, I've put up here a quick little compass up the top, just in case you get confused during this lesson at all. Okay, so let's get that back in front, and let's try to find out which direction we would go from Edensor Park to get to these places. So let's start off with one of our normal places where we used to do our athletics carnival, which is Bosanjak Oval. If I'm standing here in Edensor Park Public School, with this being north, and I wanted to get to Bosanjak Oval, which direction would I have to go in which to get it? So we look at our map. Bosanjak is that direction, and if I look over here, that direction, I would say that Bosanjak Oval is in a northeast, is to the northeast of Edensor Park Public School. It's a pretty easy one. You might find today that some of them are a little bit tricky. They get to these east-northeast or north-northeast. And like I said before, it would be excellent if you could be that specific, but I don't really necessarily know if today I'm going to be that picky about making you do that. Let's do another one. Okay, let's say if I'm standing in Edensor Park Public School, standing out the front, and I say, which direction would I have to go to get to the Bonnyrigg Garden Centre, which we know all about. It's a great place to go and have breakfast there at the Cafe Harvest there. So let's have a look. If I'm in the Edensor Park Public School right here, and I'm going to Bonnyrigg, it's Bonnyrigg Garden Centre, it's that direction there, which if I go down here, would be southwest. So Bonnyrigg Garden Centre is in a southwest position to Edensor Park. Let's do a couple more. All right, let's zoom back a little bit, see where we are. Let's go all the way to, where could we go? St John's Park Bowling Club. We can see over here, it's pretty much exactly that way, which means that from Edensor Park, St John's Park Bowling Club is east of us. The high school over here would be northeast of us. Let's try and find Stocklands. Where is Stocklands? There we are. Okay, so Stocklands is kind of, not necessarily, if we're looking at the directions, we're kind of going up quite a bit sharper. It's a little bit like that. It's kind of either north-northeast or northeast from Edensor Park Public School. Or probably northeast, I would say still, whereas Bosley Park Public School is probably north-northeast to us. If we go across to Carmsley Hill from Edensor Park would probably be in a northwest direction. Whereas Regional Park, where the treetops and Plough and Harrow are near Cecil Hills, that would be west of where we are at Edensor Park. So it's pretty cool. If we go back even further, we can have a look at the city. Go back even further. Keep that look at where that would be here. Okay, so Sydney is over here. So Sydney is to the east of us. That's why we're called Western Sydney, because if we go to Sydney and we're west in the west direction. If we were going to go up to down here, down to like Wollongong, down here, you can see that's why they call it the South Coast, because it's south down here. If we were going to go closer in and go out to somewhere where, if you're going to go out to where I live, in Glenmore Park, let's have a look where that would be. Where are we? Out here. Okay, so if I live out here, then from Edensor Park Public School, I'm going in a northwest direction to get home. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're talking about, but now we're going to move on to what your task is for today. You're going to try to get me somewhere in particular write me a set of directions using only compass points. So let's say if we're coming out on Gwendolyn Road, we're just parked outside Gwendolyn Road, and we want to get to Macca's down here. How are you going to drive down here and tell me the directions to get me to McDonald's? So I would say, let's try here. I might start with drive, what would we? this direction, so it's kind of west. Drive west down Guandolen Road. Okay, so then after that we turn down Swan Road. Now with Swan Road, you can see that Swan Road's kind of like that direction, so that would try to probably take us in a southwest direction. So you would say turn southwest on Swan Road until you reach Kalang Road. You're going to be, it's going to be a little bit, okay. Great, so we've turned southwest until we reach Kalang Road, and now we've got to Kalang, we're going this direction, which I actually think, if we're actually being proper, I would say that it's kind of, what do you think? It's probably east-northeast, so I'm going to do that. Even though you would never see anyone be that specific, we're going to try to do the right thing. So, turn east-northeast on Kalang Road. Continue along until you reach, which one are we going to, how are we going to get there? I reckon we probably get there through, we're going to go continue down Kalang Road all the way until we get to Porteous Street. So continue down until you reach Porteous. Is that right? It's probably capital. Porteous Street. Okay, great. Now we're at Porteous Street. Now we're going to turn, that looks more like a southeast. Turn southeast. Then we go all the way down here. We're nearly there, all the way down Porteous Street, and we're going to turn this way, and then Macca's is over here. So that's southwest. So it's, you can see it's southwest. So you'd say turn southeast. When you reach Smithfield Road, turn southwest. Continue driving, and then you will see Macca's on your left-hand side. Left-hand side. These set of directions, using just the compass points, should be enough to get me from Adenza Park Public School to our McDonald's over here. So that's pretty much how I'm going to ask you like this to write down your directions using only those directions, like continue along, driving along, turning this way. I don't want to see left and right today. I just want you to use the compass. And if you can be as specific as you can, if you can use north, northwest, or those sort of things, if you could, that'd be great. Now, I'm going to find out where I'm actually going to make you go. I'm going to make you get me from, it's going to be a bit tricky because it might take a lot. I was going to make you guys go to Marconi Club, although it might be a little bit tricky now that I look at it. No, you know what? I think you can do it. So Adenza Park's over here, and then we've got over here, Marconi Club. So you guys should know the way to get there, hopefully. You usually go down Swan Road, then we turn down here, and we at the shops at Adenza Park, we turn right down here, go through a Lambie, then go down here, we're nearly there, go up Prairie Vale Road, and then we're there. But that doesn't have any of the directions in there, so I'm going to give you a set, and I want step 1, 2, 3, 4 numbered like that, and you give me directions on how you could get from Adenza Park Public School all the way to Marconi. Just do your best. If you can't do it, that's fine, but I'd like you to try as hard as you can to see if you can accurately give me those descriptions of how to get there. All right, thanks for watching.